So I don't know if you know, but in real life you have your own conspiracy theory online.
I do.
All I can do is just give, black conspiracy theories. That's all I have.
So you think, oh, that's Emma Watson. Yeah, I know what she looks like. That's just... No. It's actually Sofia Vergara.
I turn into such an old man when I read these new conspiracy theories. I just sound like, when I hear them out there.
Conspiracy theories are as American as apple pie. Whether it's Osama bin Laden still being alive, or Saddam Hussein's involvement in the 9/11 attack, these theories give people tingly feelings for some reason. Personally, I'm not a big fan of them since I'm a firm believer in facts and logical evidence, but I have to admit that I was a bit curious when I ran into this poster listing all conspiracy theories to ever exist. Specifically, it is the conspiracy theory of the Dicyaninian glass that probed me to bury myself in research because it states that there exists a mystery glass that can be used to access other dimensions. How true is this? Why has the government banned the glass if it's all a big load of bullcrap? Let's discover how the ordinary becomes extraordinary and the veil of secrecy shrouds a substance that transcends the realms of science and the supernatural. The year is 1955. Communist North Vietnam and Viet Cong are pitted against South Vietnam and the U.S. in the Vietnam War. The conflict is experiencing many war technologies of the mid-20th century, but there is one peculiar gadget interfering with military strategies. Gunners on helicopters are provided original prototypes for night vision goggles. These goggles are special, and not even pilots and commanding officers are permitted to wear them. However, one general becomes suspicious of the goggles during the war, when several gunners start randomly shooting straight across the sky, all the while having a very visible panic attack. They were shooting at Allied helicopters, forcing them to make evasive maneuvers to escape the friendly fire. So this general became curious, and the soldiers who were given the goggles explained that there were horrifying things flying in the sky. Some of them even pointed and gestured at imaginary beasts, yet nothing could be seen. Since these shooters were the only ones allowed to wear the goggles, the general replaced them with the night vision we are all familiar with now. Although Vietnam eventually unified under communist control after U.S. forces withdrew in 1973, the mystery surrounding the abnormality of the shooters remained unsolved. Rumors stated that the goggles they wore were made of Dicyaninian glass, which allegedly caused them to see weird creatures in other dimensions. How true are these remarks? To understand the entirety of the conversation, we have to travel back to 1911 when a man by the name of Walter John Kilner developed a device called the Kilner screen. This screen consisted of collodion-coated dye-treated glass plates with dicyanindye dye sandwiched in the middle. In his book, The Human Atmosphere, Kilner proved that by using these two glass panes as wearable eyeglasses, the user would be able to train the eyes to perceive electromagnetic radiation outside the normal spectrum of visible light. All this physics talk can obviously make your head spin. I mean, I'm just a stick and mine wants to blow up. So let's make it a bit simple. You see, these glasses could enable you to see two things. The first was the human aura, which is believed to be an electromagnetic field or energy field that surrounds and emanates from a person. It is believed to be composed of different layers or colors, each corresponding to specific aspects of the individual's state of being, and these layers may be perceived as a subtle, luminous glow surrounding the body, extending beyond the physical form. Proponents of the idea even suggest that the aura reflects various aspects of an individual's physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. For example, a blue aura might be associated with calmness, while a red aura might be linked to passion or strong emotions. The second thing that Kilner proved, and this might have been what the Vietnam soldiers experienced, was that by using this special dye, you can pierce the third dimension and gaze into the dimensions above. You see, human beings primarily perceive three spatial dimensions: length, width, and height. These dimensions define the physical space in which we live and move, commonly referred to as 3D space. In addition to spatial dimensions, time is often considered the fourth dimension, creating a framework known as space-time. While humans have developed tools and mathematical frameworks to comprehend and operate within higher dimensions theoretically, our direct sensory perception is limited to these four dimensions. However, the Dicyaninian glasses could allegedly enable a person to look into the astral realm, essentially proving that other planes of reality exist. Kilner published his findings in attempts to reveal these secrets, and private researchers began experimenting with the dye in the 1920s. However, the U.S. government was allegedly alarmed by the potential ramifications and intervened in the 1940s. It confiscated Kilner's work and degraded the dye, shrouding it in a veil of secrecy. The very substance that could challenge our understanding of reality was now a clandestine enigma. For a brief period in the early 2010s, the dye was available to the public since the government deemed it a non-toxic substance. But it was quickly banned once again mysteriously. Was it a mere act of safeguarding national interests? Or was there some transformative power inherent in dicyanindye? When an anonymous government chemist was asked to see just how classified the dye was, the chemist found out that the company allowed to create the dye assigns a special code to its customers. Only customers with high-level clearance could be assigned the code to purchase it. Even the chemist wasn't high enough in clearance to request the dye, yet his security code allowed him to buy all the LSD, heroin, and cocaine he wanted. Weird, right? Today, the controversy surrounding dicyanindye persists. While some argue its supernatural properties, official statements claim it's merely a chemical for laboratory use. The government insists that it is not included in the list of chemicals that are illegal and controlled in the country. It states that the substance can be ordered by the public from chemical companies such as Skylead Pharmaceuticals and Chemicals, and NISD even claims to use it in astronomical and spectrochemical research. Nevertheless, they refuse to answer any questions regarding the dye possessing supernatural properties. So, who is really telling the truth? Are conspiracy theorists correct for speculating the abilities of the dye? Is the story of Kilner true, or did believers just twist it to fit their narrative? Is the government hiding something about the dye? Tell us what you think down in the comments section, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as we have much more interesting documentaries in store for you. See you in the next one. Sticky out.